with my brother Kevin Warren with Baja Adventures, and we're going to talk about whale watching in Baja. Good day, Kevin.
Good morning.
When you told me the other day about some of the questions that you were getting from people who were calling about Baja whale watching, and the disappointing answer that you had to give to the woman about her, lifelong interest of whale watching, I thought, this would be a great time for us to kind of share some of our experience, in traveling in Baja. And so I appreciate you being here this morning and talking about Baja. Tell people just real briefly, how long you've been traveling in Baja and a little bit about your background.
Sure. It's kind of a lifelong love affair with the Baja Peninsula. Started, actually, my parents took us down there. The first year the road opened in 1973, and it was just something that stuck with me forever. And then as a teenager, driving down many times a year, surfing, and so started Baja Adventures in 1989. Bought my first aircraft and was flying friends to very remote areas. And we've been in business now continuously for 27 years, and have our Las Animas Wilderness Lodge and offer whale watching trips and our whale shark trips. So we do a lot of cool stuff.
Well, it's really cool, and for you parents out there, take your kids on adventures. It can be life changing. It certainly has for Kevin and myself and another brother that's involved with outdoor tourism. So it's we love Baja. We were blessed to live in San Diego and go down there a lot. It is truly one of the great wildernesses of the world. And Kevin and I have both traveled a lot around the world, and Baja still is a deep place in our heart. So what we want to do in this series is to answer frequently asked questions and this one series is specifically about Baja whale watching, and the frequently asked questions we get, and really share some of our advice and opinions about what we've experienced to help you have the best time if this is something that you've always dreamed of. So let's jump right into it. So one of the core questions that led up to this whole thing is this woman called you, wanted to go, I think, sometime in February, and what happened, Kevin?
Well, yeah, she got on the phone and she was so excited. She says, "This is the year I'm going to go. I've been waiting. This is my bucket list trip. This is my dream." And we didn't have the dates that she could go. And she was so disappointed. And that's, we hate to turn away business when people have some want to be able to go. So what we recommend is that, like right now, we are already booking for our 2018 season because we're about 75-80% sold out on our 2017. So it is not too early to make your reservation a year in advance. If you have some very specific time constraints or specific blocks of dates that would work for you, all of our dates that we offer are what we feel the very best dates. The whales start to arrive in the Baja as early as December, and we wait an entire month. In our experience, we really want to knock your socks off. We want to just blow you away with the amount of whales that are in the lagoon. So we wait until February, the beginning of February, and that is the best. February and March is the best time.
And we're going to get more into that question in another video real quick here. But the bottom line, folks, is that, and to give some context, we're recording this video in December. And as Kevin mentioned, in 2016, our whale watching season starts in a couple months. But there's only so many operators that are licensed to operate in the Baja Peninsula. And in another one of our series, we're going to tell you there's only three lagoons that you can do this in, and we'll go get more into those lagoons and how far they are and your options about going to various ones and lodging and all that good stuff in a future series. But the bottom line is, folks, is that if whether it's this bucket list trip or some of the other ones that you're considering, most operators like us in the ecotourism world only have so much capacity because, as Kevin said, we want to make sure that you're going through in the optimal time range, and we'll talk about that in a second. So the bottom line is book way in advance, and whether it's us or
Absolutely.
anybody else, to get the dates that you want, because we hate, as Kevin said, telling people, "Wow, we're sold out." So we like it, but we're in the business of helping you have a great time. So be sure to call early. Any closing comments on that question? I would give people a little snapshot of some of the other questions we're going to cover.
Just that if you're thinking about going, pick up the phone and go. I mean, then you're assured of the earlier you book, the more you can cater it to the dates that will work for you.
Cool. Just to give you guys a heads up on some of the next 3 or 4 videos that we're going to record in the start of this series. And if you like us, let us know. Call us, email us, make a comment on the YouTube video. But some of the key questions that we're going to cover specifically about whale watching is, what are the best times to go whale watching for the gray whales in Baja, Mexico? What are the locations in Baja that and which ones specifically historically have the most amount of whales? Here's a question that you get probably the most, Kevin, is what is the likelihood we will see and hear whales on a whale watching tour, maybe even pet one? And another couple questions that we might cover: what are some of the accommodations that some of the operators have on the Baja Peninsula, and maybe later on, what are your travel options to Baja? So let us know if you've got some questions that we don't address. Shoot us a line, and Kevin and I, we love talking about Baja and adventure travel. And if you like this series, we certainly can talk about whale sharks and historical sites and nature and all the magic that the Baja has to offer. So Kevin, thank you so much, and we will see you on the next video.
Thank you.